This week's Trail Mix. Hi, Mike.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us.
No problem, Liz. Well, this week after the primaries, just seemed to be a lot of divisiveness that just seemed to explode. The left is trying to paint members of the Tea Party movement, that is, as extreme, and it's trickling down from both national races and the top of the ticket here in New York. But there's a twist in one local race in Syracuse. A Democrat is actually under fire. Also, we finally know what the ballot will look like in New York's 23rd Congressional District. It looks a lot like that matchup in the North Country District just a year ago. But will history repeat itself? We'll start with that story tonight.
The ballots have been counted. We're very humbled, but we've won.
And the winner is, after more than a week of absentee ballot counting following the GOP primary, Matt Doheny has emerged the Republican nominee in the 23rd Congressional District. But his opponent, Doug Hoffman, isn't going away. Hoffman still has the conservative line and is staying in the race. Sound familiar? Last year, Hoffman managed to squeeze out his GOP challenger in the three-way special election for the 23rd District, but still narrowly lost to Democrat Bill Owens. But this time around, could it be Hoffman who gets Skozafavad? Didi Skozafava saw her support dwindle after she was vilified by the right for her moderate positions on hot-button issues such as abortion. At this point, Doheny appears to have more conservative street cred than the previous Republican to attempt to take back the North Country seat. Time will tell. Denied. Congressman John Hall's re-election campaign was dealt a blow this week when a judge dismissed his attempt to knock his Republican challenger off the Independence Party ballot line. Nan Hayworth won the third-party endorsement earlier this year, and Hall's campaign twice tried to invalidate petition signatures, but came up short and lost the battle with both the Board of Elections and the state Supreme Court. The Hayworth campaign celebrated its victory, calling Hall's court challenge a distraction from the issues and a waste of the court's time and resources. Hall's campaign minimized his opponent's win by noting hundreds of her signatures were voided, just not enough to kick her off the ballot line. And zero tolerance. A Central New York Democrat has lost the support of his party after racist remarks surfaced on a newspaper's message board. Onondaga Sheriff candidate Joe Price was told by the county's Democratic Committee this week that it will no longer be actively investing resources in his campaign after he admitted posting more than 60 comments with racist, sexist, and homophobic overtones on the Syracuse Post-Standard's website. Price's opponent once had the support of the party, but then lost in the primary. Toby Shelley said he had the information about the post, but chose not to make it a campaign issue. Now he admits he may have owed it to Democrats voting in the primary to make that information public.
In retrospect, you're right. They should have known. It would have been the right thing to do for the people of this county and the Democratic Party to make them aware of what type of potential candidate was out there.
And people think Carl Paladino is controversial. Interesting that it's a Democrat in the crosshairs here. Up to now, we've seen a lot of GOP leaders trying to get Tea Party members to dial it down a notch. For example, Hudson Valley Tea Party candidate Jim Russell is getting attacked by Democrats for using racist innuendo in a published essay about immigration. The GOP establishment has also repealed their endorsement of him in the race for New York's 18th Congressional District against Democratic incumbent Nita Lowey.